The first thing you hear when somebody asks you where you're from, Kinston, basketball.
1 in 52.7 players that wore the varsity uniform for Kinston High School have played in the NBA. The average in the world is 1 out of 10,000.
It's been some guys that, really set the bar, and they set it pretty high.
You had Cedric Maxwell. Charles Shackelford.
Sophomore from Kinston, North Carolina, Charles Shackelford.
Jerry Stackhouse.
The 76ers select Jerry Stackhouse from the University of North Carolina.
Reggie Bullock.
Knocks down the triple.
Brandon Ingram.
He's one of the top freshman scorers and rebounders in the country. Yes!
It's just guys laying the foundation. When they hear about a kid here, it's never been a second thought about the kid. Like, oh yeah, this kid is for sure. So we got a good word here about when they hear about a kid in Kinston, they're coming. Roy Williams recently stated if he heard about a basketball player in Kinston, North Carolina, he'll come here before he go to New York City.
Established in 1762 by the Crown in England, named for King George III as Kingston originally, but before that time, it was the place where the Tuscaroras and Neuse Indians kind of met and converged right there. When the British established it, it was established as an inland naval stores distribution center and to expand British colonialism and British slave markets. I think a lot of the people who are both white, black, and Indian family lineages still persist. The people are just the salt of the earth, genuine people.
When you see somebody in Kinston, they probably speak, and you're not from here, they'll speak to you before you speak to them. That's how it is. That's how it is. Like, if you're not even from here, people still speak out of respect. And I feel like it's more respect here in Kinston than what people think, because of the simple fact of how close and tight we can be. Basketball brings us together a lot.
There really wasn't too much to do down there except for try to excel in sports and preferably basketball. We had about 5 or 6 places that we could go and play ball.
Martin C. Freeman,
Salvation Army,
Fairfield, the Woodman Community Center,
Holloway Courts.
Holloway is very strong, rich in foundation. Everybody that knows, that's from Kinston, know about Holloway.
Oh, good God. Well, I mean, you're in one right now, one of the most historic gyms in North Carolina. I mean, Mock Gym is just an amazing facility.
Whether you were young or old, it was always somewhere to go and play.
You know, Michael Jordan played in this building his senior year when he played for Laney. As the legend goes, it was packed out, and he put on a show for the locals. People live and breathe Kinston basketball here. The preeminent place in America for high school basketball talent, and I've been all over the state. There's not a lot of communities in North Carolina that really adopt a program as their own. They've done that to basketball here in this town. It's been ingrained in them their entire lives. You know, you look up, you see the banners. I mean, there's 100 to 120 boys that try out every year. You can only have 15 per team, so you're cutting 70 kids, 60, 70 kids.
I can vividly remember back in '01, we could literally go 15 deep. So we had a starting 5, we had a second 5, and we had a third 5.
From 2002 to now, with 6 state championships played for 2 others here in Kinston, that's the way it was in the 50s and 60s for Granger High School, Paul Jones and Granger High School. He is the architect of the success that you've seen in Kinston.
My name is Paul Jones. I'm the son of Coach Paul Jones that was in Kinston from 1957 to 1995 at Granger and Kinston High Schools. Just, you know, from the time my dad started back in the 50s, I think one thing he pushed was, you know, working hard on the fundamentals and just doing it right. 1970s when the school's integrated, I think it was about starting fresh and change the world. I mean, everything's promoting change. And from 1970 until today, I mean, things have changed drastically and they're continuing to change. And I think it's all for the good.
I should have put a Duke sign on that.
Damn, it's never too late.
Smell like popcorn in here. Woo! This is the original letter. Brandon, Daddy. When I grow up, I want to be a basketball star, and I want to slam dunk, and I want to be in the NBA.
Brandon had always told me, I don't remember when the first time he told me, he said, we're going to win all 4 championships. And, you know, I'm listening to him like, okay, right. But he already had made up his mind that that's what they were going to try to do.
For Brandon Ingram and Darnell Dunn to win 4 state championships together, it's never happened. It's the only teammates in the history of North Carolina basketball ever, boys or girls, to win 4 consecutive state championships.
2016 NBA Draft, the Los Angeles Lakers select
Seeing him walk
Brandon
down
Ingram
and walk on that stage on draft night, the biggest joy, and my family being there to witness that. Family back in Kinston to actually see that on television, you know, that had to be one of the happiest moments. Going back to the process that I went through with my son, so much was going on in Kinston at the time where, you know, crime was all around us. Crime was affecting his friends. They were getting in trouble. They were getting shot or killed or whatever. And just being able to keep him away from that.
During Brandon's recruiting process, all right.
A double shooting in Kinston.
A recent crime spree in Kinston.
Killed outside a church in Kinston.
There was an armed robbery around 10 last night.
A trio of shootings started at a home in the 600 block of Dixon.
I moved here in 2002, and even my friends when I was in Charlotte and Shelby and Gastonia, when I was telling them I was moving to Kinston, the few people that really knew about Kinston were like, you're gonna love covering sports there, but you're not gonna like living there. It's, you know, it's a crime-ridden community, you know, make sure you live in a good neighborhood and all that. Economically, it was really depressed when I got here in 2002. Tobacco was really on its way out.
The shirt factories, tobacco companies, and it's just escalated, it's moved out. The mall.
They remember how the mall used to be, you know, when the mall had all the stores and had the food places and the shoe stores and the barber shops.
A lot of places have left Kinston. And so that means that we had to travel to other, you know, towns to go shopping.
It's been a big change, you know, from the time that I was younger. You know, it's going to take a while to build up to what we were. I think we can get it done.
Hines, I mean, Curtis Hines, one of the purest shots ever. Watched him at practice one day, hit 23 pointers. Just casually, and you've seen his shooting stroke. I mean, there's nothing forced about it. Just like water coming out of his hand when he shoots.
My name is Curtis Hines from Kinston, North Carolina. I'm currently a basketball skills trainer here, development for all ages.
I give credit to the coaches. They connect with each other on the higher level. They take these kids under their wing and they train them early.
Don't pat it, dribble it harder, dribble it harder. Push. You gotta push it. You gotta really, when you bend, watch my knees. You gotta bend, push. Okay?
Once they get hands-on with that child, they follow them all the way through until they graduate. And so they have a lot to do with keeping check on their grades, on their attitude, and their background and everything that goes on in their life. So I think it's just a trend that comes with the program of the connection that you have. And I think that's what motivates a lot of mentors to stick with it. It's not about the money. Someone's not getting a paycheck but it's just that you want to keep them off the street, and you already got something to show for it because someone has already came from this township and made it to that next level.
I be laughing with the kids on the outside, but as soon as I walk into the gym, it's like I go into a mode, like a beast mode. Like all that laughing is done outside, so now it's time to work. I'm a competitor. I just love competing with other guys. Yeah, you're gonna argue with guys, but it's love. It's tough love arguments.
Get that shit out of here. It's cash. Yeah. Let me show you how to get up in somebody. Y'all don't play D like that. Y'all play buddy ball.
Buddy ball meaning letting your homeboy, you check him, let him score. No, you and your homeboy be ready to fight before you get out of Kinston.
Kinston High doesn't win state championships, those two that Reggie won, without Dory Hines as point guard.
That's when I led the nation in the 6-10 ratio. 13, that was my junior year in college.
Damn.
He was the ultimate team guy, and you see it now. He was a coach on the floor when he was here at Kinston High School. Now the head coach over at Rendell Parrott Academy and doing a great job over there too.
Short, 10 push-ups. Hey, you won't shoot short no more.
Rondo and LeBron James. So, what was it like playing alongside LeBron and watching that first half that you had here, Brandon?
What's up? You enjoy the day off?
Yeah. There ain't putting no money in my pocket.
Just taking stuff to the cleaners. I make sure it's done the right way. I bring it here.
Gotta keep them looking good now. Your shoes in there too.
You got a bat in there from somebody though.
Are you proud of him?
Oh yes.
He killing it. Killing
Yeah, I'm very proud of him.
Killing them boys too. They are about to tired.
I can understand that I'm changing kids' lives every day. You know, you just got so many guys that's helping kids out. You know, right now in town, me and my brother training kids, you know, kids come here every day, kids go with him every day.
Hey, stop. Go ahead. We just watched you right there. We just watched you.
It's just anticipation who's going to be the next person up, and we're here to name.
Dontrez Styles is the next big thing in Kinston. You only have to watch him for 2 or 3 minutes to realize that. He could be ACC, I could see him playing in the NBA in 5 years. The kid is special.
My name is Dontrez Styles, and I play basketball. Just trying to make it out a living. It keeps me out of trouble. I'm gonna continue doing that until I get older.
What's up, Trez?
He's a quiet guy. He doesn't talk much, but once you get around him, he gets comfortable with you. He's funny.
He's goofy. He's real goofy. He's real goofy. He's funny, man.
He stays in the cabinet. I can't keep no food. I can't keep snacks or nothing.
He's a big baby. He's a big boy. Big boy.
He's a grown kid. You know, I like to see him eat. You know, I know where he's at all the time. He's in his room playing his game, and he eating. Can't hear nothing but the bag crumbling.
Very polite young man. Again, comes from a great family. It represents Kinston very well.
6'6.5", playing your 2 position. I've seen his confidence growing as he starts to get more and more recognition. Probably one of the hardest workers I ever seen. All these kids work hard, but he works hard also. Dontrez, he loves the game. He cries over it, and he blood comes out sometimes. He sweat. He beat himself up sometimes.
He's very competitive. He's a tough guy. He gets on me a lot when I'm making mistakes, just trying to get on me. And he got his ways a little bit, but it's like family to me.
Dontrez Styles, he's got a lot on his shoulders being that next big thing to come from Kinston, but you just know that he's really gonna be special.
I like that kind of pressure. It just makes me go harder in the gym.
When you see somebody make it out like playing basketball, you like, oh, you know him. Like, y'all played each other before and stuff. So it's like, if he can get the same thing, I probably can get it too.
Dontrez and his family came over one night, and Donald talked to him about the whole process and, you know, telling them, you know, which route they should take. So he's good at that. He's becoming a pro. He might be recruiting next. But it's good for him. You know, it's good for them to listen to somebody who's already been through it. And Dontrez is doing well.
Dontrez Styles is coming up through the same cycle that Brandon did, AAU ball during the summer, playing with Stackhouse Elite.
To be able to play at an AAU level, I think that makes them better. It makes them more whole as a player.
Summer circuit, we would go to different places like Detroit, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Florida. This was where I felt like you made a name for yourself because you were playing against some of the other best players in the country.
You're playing much better competition.
And getting coached and trained by professionals now at an early age.
Once I got out there and started playing and holding my own against these big names and got ranked in the country and stuff like that,
But what I love about Jerry is Jerry encourages these kids that play for his Stackhouse Elite team to come back to Kinston.
We gave $10,000 to the homeless shelter, $10,000 to a mentoring program, another $4,000 to the homeless shelter. So 2 book bag giveaways, and we helped renovated Martin C. Freeman Recreation Center, the gym.
A lot of stuff been happening in my recruitment, really, getting a lot of offers. Got Georgetown, Ole Miss, ECU, UNC Wilmington. Got interest from UNC, VCU, Nebraska, Arkansas, and VCU, and Florida State. I mean, just having schools believing in me, I mean, it's a blessing. I don't know, it means a lot to me. Just gotta keep working. I mean, I hear it, but I really don't pay attention to it, just day by day, just working hard.
He's focused, locked in, where he has tunnel vision, meaning he knows that people might snap at him just because they think he's supposed to be next. But I told him, just because people say you're next don't mean it's going to happen. Your career may end tomorrow. So what we do is we sit down, we got a plan B, plan C, and a plan D. Because I sat down with him, I said, what if you don't make it in basketball? What if you get hurt?
My career was cut short with injuries. Thank God I had committed to a college by then, because a whole lot of teams would have been scared away a little bit.
One of the all-time greats. If it hadn't been for the knees, he would have been an all-time great.
Kinston basketball actually gave me the tools to get to college and to get a degree.
Keep his mind on track with basketball. Same track, no curves.
Yo, you're off my line, bro. You left, man. You're gone. So why are you capping?
I wanted to be a kid to have fun, but pick his peoples. People try to join in, you know, he just and want to get in with him, and you know, keeping him straight out of trouble. The little crew he got, keeping his circle small. So that's the challenge for me. I want to make sure he stays on track. 5 years from now, I hope he be in the NBA. That's what we're working on. It's a real good chance. I feel good about it, and I know he do.
Not where I'm at today. Without them, nothing really. They sacrifice a lot for me to be here where I'm at right now. They done so much for me. I just want to give it all back to them one day.
Outdoor court, yeah. Ball. Ah, what's up, boy? What's up, man? What's up, boy? Yeah. Put the K on the mount, baby. Put the K on the mount.
Shoot like this right here, you shoot like that.
Oh, yeah, that's one of my childhood friends growing up. Yep. One of the guys who played basketball and football together. Grew up right here, right in Simon Bright. Right in Simon Bright. Yeah. Hey, once one make it, we all make it, baby. You know how it is. Right, now, that's what I like to hear right there, boy. Once they know you're from Kinston and you're part of Kinston, it's a lot of loyalty here. I mean, you're gonna have your naysayers and negatives, but the positive outweighs. It definitely outweighs the negatives here, and I love it. I love being from here because the support to now. That even though I'm not playing at Kinston no more, it's ongoing. It goes with you wherever you go. It goes with you.
Yeah, I feel like basketball definitely was and is a savior to a lot of guys down there in Kinston.
You know, following Cedric Maxwell and Charles Shackelford and some of the earlier guys that kind of paved the way, Jerry Stackhouse, that paved the way for the guys. It gave them an opportunity, gave me an opportunity to see that you can come from a small town and make something of yourself.
There's a lot of hidden talent here that I believe that some guys that didn't have the opportunity to go play college could have easily played on that level. Tony Dawson's
and Michael Jenkins, and Herbert Hill, the guys that went on and played professional.
The list is deep.
The bad thing about doing something like this, you know, you start naming names, you're going to forget somebody, but just so many good players that have come through here.
In one word, what is Kinston? I say basketball.
In one word, Kinston is tough.
Down to earth. Down to earth.
Passion.
It's extraordinary. It's legendary, for real.
Legacy.
I'm asked all the time what is special about Kinston basketball. And when you think about everything that has happened here, all the championships, all the talent that's come through, all the NBA players, you have to say it's in the water.
And there's something in the water.
It's got to be. There's something in the water, something in the milk. You know, the milk was doing it.
It's got to be something in the water down there.
Why wouldn't it be as great 30 miles from here or 40 miles from here or somewhere else in America? It's definitely something in the water.
So we are here live to answer one of the burning questions: is where Dontrez Styles, one of the most sought after basketball players in the nation. Dontrez, you have the floor, my friend, and take it away.
First, I just like to thank God and my family, of course, and my big bro, my trainer. He did a lot for me. I wouldn't be here without him. I'd like to thank all the schools that recruited me, but at the end of the day, I'll be going to the University of North Carolina.